So this is like the Drew McIntyre continued. Fuck Cena.
Okay. I have tears.
Okay, let me get a drink because that was very exhausting.
Yeah, it takes a lot out of her to rant for 15 minutes.
So Dean Ambrose is a national fucking treasure.
God bless this man.
He is a poet, and he is beautiful.
He is my favorite scholar and a gentleman.
He is a scholar and a gentleman. Favorite quotes of the week. Quote, boiling pot of woman rage. Eloquent as shit. And then my coup de grace for the week. She was speared out of her Tina Turner boots. For me, it's not so much the words as the delivery. Ambrose is a beautiful human. He is so eloquent and so effortless, and just he is sunshine and rainbows and puppies and fucking unicorns and beautiful. I'm sorry, New Day, but I'm taking it. I'm sorry. Don't you dare be sour.
Oh my god, not to interrupt you, but I just want to make a shout out to Candace because I saw her fucking photos from Wizard World today, and there was literally a dude cosplaying as somebody from the New Day, and it was the most beautiful thing.
Actually, on the Candace tangent, for those of you who don't know or haven't listened to my After the Bell where I plug her.
Oh, yeah.
Candace and her awesome boyfriend Andrew do a podcast called The Squared Circle Button, which is fucking genius, I have to say. Andrew talks about video games. And in the most recent one, he was talking about Dark Souls, and I'm very well versed in Dark Souls because of John. Mm-hmm. So it was really interesting hearing about Dark Souls 3 from another person's point of view other than John just screaming, fuck, 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 all the time. I can't tell you the colorful language that comes out of my living room because of that game.
It's beautiful.
And Candace talks about professional wrestling. She is a lot nicer than us. So if you think we're abrasive, Candace is probably your go-to. One of the absolute nicest people I've ever met. She's one of my very, very long-term best friends. So you can check them out. Go to the Squared Circle Button on YouTube. I think they have 2 episodes up now. Both of them are great. And it's really, really good. Soon. What was that?
They should be coming out with another one soon because she's just at Wizard World meeting Paige this weekend.
Yep.
She showed me the photos and they're so fucking adorable.
I know. My favorite was her proposal picture.
I know! The Jason David Frank one was so cute.
Yes. I was just like, oh my god, it's my childhood. He's proposing to the Pink Ranger. Yes, Candace was dressed very, very similar to the Pink Ranger and it gave me life. We love you, cute. Kimberly. But yeah, so check them out. They're awesome. And we both fully endorse them, so you should too. And if you don't, just stop. Okay, so we kind of gave an Ambrose love fest. Like, this is not a secret. We love the guy.
Yeah.
I'm really loving... I know Mary Kate's going to probably cringe, but I'm loving the Jericho and Ambrose feud.
Me too, honestly. I mean, it's hard for her to choose, and I understand why, but I'm living for their interactions. And, heel Jericho is the greatest thing in the world.
I absolutely love Chris Jericho. This is not a secret.
Yeah, not even once.
He is my unicorn. But I love Dean Ambrose, too. So, seeing them together gives me so much joy.
He's not my unicorn, but I'm pretty sure I could buy him one of those New Day horns and kind of fix that.
Another thing I want to talk about. I want to have a love fest for Kalisto for 5 seconds.
Lovely.
Oh my god, dude. I am such... I love the Lucha Dragons. I really do. Which is weird considering that they are the super babyface tag team, and I'm really not a babyface fanatic.
This is true.
But I don't know, dude, but every time that fucking Lucha chant comes on, I feel so fucking pumped up. Every time they're fist bumping with the fucking Lucha thing, I'm like, yes! I could punch a motherfucker like this. This is fantastic. I just want to punch children and just fucking kick people in the face.
That's such a good way to talk about it.
like, I love the Lucha Dragons and I love the Sin Cara and Kalisto dynamic. But what I'm also loving is that they're putting Kalisto in his own spotlight.
Yeah.
And for one, having a luchador or any sort of like person of minority with the United States title, for me, I love it.
Oh yeah.
Because the United States is supposed to be about diversity. And I think it's supposed to be this melting pot of opportunity. And seeing somebody of like Hispanic descent holding that title gives me so much joy. And honestly, I want to see the U.S. title back to where it once was. Now it's kind of like the pre-show title, which is really disappointing. But Kalisto's amazing. When you can make Ryback look good in a match, you're doing something right.
Right.
The match that he had with Ryback at this last pay-per-view was actually really good. And 92% of that was the fact that Kalisto can wrestle his ass off.
Right. He could wrestle his ass off with a paper bag with 3 sides missing.
Yeah, like, I absolutely adore him. And having him on commentary this week on Raw was really refreshing. Because it was nice to have somebody on commentary who was just genuinely there just for the competition. Like, he was so neutral the entire time.
Oh, yeah.
And he was just like, I don't care who I fight. I just want a challenge. And I'm just like, yes, you do, you adorable fucking man. Like, yes, you do. Like, I love Kalisto. Although I still can't look at him without hearing, "You're not gorgeous, Kalisto." I'm sure Tyler's wrong and you're gorgeous. But thank you, Tyler Breeze, for completely ruining my life. But I really, really, really love Kalisto, and I hope that we get to see more of him, defending that title and like just bringing some kind of fucking notoriety back to it.
That would be so nice.
On a completely random side note that was not anything to do with Raw, I want to kind of talk about Tyler Breeze on NXT.
That's so
for
random.
A second. I believe it was in at NXT Salina, Kansas, that Tyler Breeze just out of nowhere comes out to fucking face Nakamura, and it's like, wait a fucking second, what?
Well, I don't know if it's like something that they're doing where he's going back down permanently, or if it's just to fill in the gap for a few things, because the Vaudevillains had actually ended up on, I think, Tonight's Show. I saw something about that. So it's weird. I don't know.
I honestly am praying to God that this is he's going back to NXT thing. The reason why I'm hoping is because apparently the reception he got when his music hit was deafening.
Not surprising.
And I was like, dude, that's like a fucking hero's welcome. Like, NXT genuinely appreciates the character of Tyler Breeze. He's campy. He's a bitch. Like, the NXT crowd gets him.
Mm-hmm.
And we can see past the hair flips and the straight iron and the, selfies and all of this other shit, because we know that kid can wrestle. Anybody who just sees him on the main roster doesn't fucking know that. Why? Because they've been fucking burying him since he fucking got there.
I was so surprised that he actually even won a match.
Mm-hmm. Like, as soon as he fucking debuted, Summer Rae was literally the fucking spade shovel. I love Summer, don't get me wrong. But she was the spade shovel, and Breezy just got buried from there out.
Oh, yeah.
But it is what it is. Like, if he was also at the Oklahoma City show. But if this honestly means he's coming back to NXT, even temporarily, I'm going to be so fucking happy.
I would be thrilled.
He honestly deserves to be treated like, somebody who deserves it, because he has so much fucking talent.
Agreed.
Anyway, so we're going to jump back to Raw really quick. There is so much to bitch about from Raw. Like, there's so much to bitch about in general. I love that they're rehashing the little Nate thing. That they're really like bringing that back.
I know so many people are so pissed off about it, but I mean, the whole Montreal Screwjob rehash, like, it shows you that the freaking creative team are clutching at straws for ideas.
Oh yeah. I think that the rehashing of shit like that is stupid. The thing that I love is that the little Nate thing isn't so much a rehash as it's bringing it back up. Because this was a thing.
Yeah, it was an actual thing.
And the fact that they're showing, like, the WCW clips of when, you know, little Nate was a thing. And I'm just like, oh my God, my childhood is literally right in front of my face right now. This is awesome. And that's why I'm digging it. But the only thing this is doing is helping solidify Charlotte as this baller ass heel. And it's giving me life. Like, I would be hard pressed to find another female on that roster that can play the bitch quite like Charlotte. It's beautiful.
Especially considering a lot of people actually genuinely hate her.
Yeah, and it's like, why do you hate her? Because she's Ric Flair's daughter?
Well,
okay.
People will sit there and try to accuse her of only getting her position in the company because Ric Flair is her father. But there are also, conversely, a lot of people that sit there and say that Nikki Bella is where she is because of John Cena. And I'm not going to sit there and say, yeah, that's because of John Cena. It's speculation, whatever. But saying that about Ric Flair and Charlotte is kind of weird to me because she works her ass off, and as far as like the Bella Twins go, you never really saw very noticeable improvement in what they were doing until like 2-3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't add up to me in comparison.
Another thing that people like to conveniently forget is there's a lot of second, third gen stars that just don't get the recognition. Fucking Curtis Axel.
And
okay. Tamina. Bray Wyatt. Like, these people were not handed anything because of who their family was. Ted DiBiase Jr., lest we forget.
Yeah, he doesn't even work for the company anymore.
No. Like, there is a lot of second and, like, just generational superstars who do not get the push. Unless you're related to The Rock or a Hart, even then, you're not getting a push.
I mean, it took Natalya forever just to get a fucking title shot.
You fucking look at Harry Smith. He doesn't work for the company anymore. And
you get very inspired.
He's a fucking Hart by all intents and like, he is considered a Hart family member.
Yep.
And he didn't get any sort of like semblance of a push. He had like tag team titles maybe like twice. And that didn't last. Like, it has nothing to do with who her father is. It's just the fact that people don't fucking like her.
Okay, so now that you mention that, I have to say about Natalya, I am kind of sick to death that they keep bringing up Bret Hart. And
yes, thank you.
As much as I love Bret Hart, because of everything that he's done, and I've been a fan of him forever, it's just really stupid to me, because if they're going to go family versus family, they might as well have brought out Natalya's father. Because it makes no sense other than a moniker name.
Mm-hmm.
So it bothers me, okay? And it almost seems like whenever you read an interview with Bret, he doesn't really care that much for the product. So why do you keep going back when they ask you?
I don't know. I've been a fucking Hart family sympathizer for since I was like 6. Like, I absolutely love and adore the Hart family. I do. But I also am absolutely sick to death. I think it was you that I was talking to, actually, about how pissed off I get every time Bret is the one that they call. Like, Bret is the reason that this is... No. fucking know.